Hello and welcome back to my channel, or if you're just joining, welcome. So I have a deck review today of the Lighted Window Tarot by Lantern Print Company. Unfortunately, this isn't in print anymore, but she is doing a second run. But some of the things will be changed. It's not too much, but just some of the things. I was lucky enough to get this off eBay. I had wanted it and wanted it and wanted it, and for the longest time I was just like, no, because it does have pip cards, and I wasn't really into the pips, but lately, I don't know what it is. But anyways, this deck is just beautiful. Let's go ahead and do a walkthrough. I just got this the other day, and I have been working with it. I put it all back in order for the sake of the review. On the inside of the box, remember, traveler, follow the light to find your way. The path is worn and the journey is long, but there are stories to be found. And nothing written on that side. You just have the lantern. It comes with this really nice, very soft guidebook with the glossy pages, all in color. And this is what it's looking like. This is what you're getting. So you get a good bit on everything. She even mentions the themes and the symbols that are on the cards and what they mean. Some very nice spreads in here as well. Let's find them. And she gives, I think this is the one that she gives quite a few. I believe, but I could be wrong because I've been looking at so many decks lately, that she's making an oracle, but I could be wrong. I might be thinking of the wrong one. But look at all these spreads you get. Really nice spreads. And then you go into the cards. It's a really nice little guidebook. But with my badass eyes, I went on her website. Just curious, maybe if she had a separate large guidebook. She didn't, but she does have a oh goodness, a downloadable one, whatever they're called. It doesn't come to mind right now, PDF or whatever. So I got that, and I'm loving that. The gilded edges are like a matte yellowish, goldish. I don't know, they really match these, but these are the backs. And I have fell right in love with this deck. I love the cardstock, the coloring. Let's go ahead and flip through them. They are just so beautiful and so like witchy vibe. I love them. And like I said, I've all of a sudden come up with this strong attraction to pip decks. So here is the Fool. And I've had no issues with reading the pips in this deck. Here's our Magician. He's got all the elements around, as above, so below. And look at this High Priestess. I mean, these cards are beautiful. When it first came out of the Kickstarter, I had seen, you know, a flip through, and, you know, I was watching, and I seen all the majors, and I was like, oh my gosh, I gotta have this deck. And this was a while back ago. And then it got to, I can't remember who did the walkthrough, but they got to the minors, and I was like, oh shit. I was like, I don't want it. It's pip. But since then, I don't know what it is. Here's our Emperor. The Hierophant. Look at this. I mean, it's just so magical. The Lovers. The Chariot. When you quit at a quick glance, this can definitely remind you of the Six of Swords. And this one is, you know, you may say, wait a minute, why would we have a sword, a castle for strength? But that's how she has it, and I forget why. So let's find out together. There is strength in vulnerability and in compassion, especially for oneself. The Strength card is to find the courage to have grace for yourself while forging ahead, to be brave in the face of stress. True strength is the ability to hold on to your peace without anything or anyone taking it from you. And then you always get this, I don't know if it's an affirmation or just a quick, anyways, an invitation to be aware of your needs and take root in your strength to accomplish things that are challenging you. Sorry, my eyes are horrible, but yeah, it's, I don't know, it's a very mystical deck, the Hermit. And I just get really nice vibes off this deck. And I have been doing like little practice readings, and it just reads really, really well. I didn't think it was going to, but for some reason I just absolutely had to have it. So here it is a few days later. Here is Justice, the Hanged One, Death, Temperance. You'll see on a few of the cards that they have this really long hair. And what comes to mind for me, long hair represents, you know, wisdom. I love this Devil card. Look at this Devil card. Reflection. The Tower. The Star is gorgeous. The Moon. The Sun. Judgment. And you get the little mouse coming down off this little branch. The World. Isn't this gorgeous? The gate is now closed. It's complete. It's finished. It's done. And this long path or road, you know, I see when I look at it, you've come down this really long road. You know, it's been a long road, but you have finally completed that mission, that endeavor, whatever it is. The gate is closed. It's complete. It's done. And it's now time for something new. So here we step into the wands. Now, some of them are slightly illustrated. So here's our Ace of Wands, Two of Wands, and in the back you can see like mountains. So they're not, I mean, they're definitely Pip, but you can also, you know, there's some illustrations. So you can, you know, you can, oh my goodness, I gotta get my words out. They will make sense. if that makes sense. Here's our Three of Wands. The Four of Wands has like the house or the castle behind it. Now, as much as I'm a fan of these type of pip decks, like the Pagan Otherworlds too, they're illustrated pips. I don't mind. I like that. But when it's strictly just pips, I can't do it. Five of Wands. You can see how the wands are kind of like crossed and everything's kind of like a little bit of a mess, right? The Six of Wands, I look at this as like the path to victory. So I have, when I took them out, I shuffled them, you know, I looked through them all, and then I went back, I laid cards down, and the messages just, you know, fly right out. And here's the Seven of Wands. You know, this would be like where the person is with their wand, defending themselves from all the, you know, so to speak, people that are down below that cliff that we don't see in the RWS, and they're defending themselves. Then we have the Eight of Wands. There's the kind of like the path and the walking away. Nine of Wands. Nine of Wands is pretty just pippish. There's really nothing there except these really pretty little wands and a couple of little tree roots or branches. Here we have the Ten of Wands, where you can kind of say to yourself, yeah, all these wands are pointed right here. You know, that's a lot coming in. You know, there's a lot there, a lot of baggage, a lot of burdens, etc., etc. And here is the Page. The Page is a candle. I'm not sure how I'm taking these yet, but right here and now, as I'm looking at this card, I see it as, you know, it's lit up, and it's a page. A page brings messages. This is a message of something that's really going to light you up. This is good news. Hope. Someone's bringing in good news. There's some good news coming in. This could really light you up. It could really help you to light your way, and so on and so on. So for me, this deck reads beautiful. I love it. Here is our Knight of Wands, no horse, and it is a female. Queen of Wands. And the King of Wands. Then we go into the cups. So there's our Ace. 2. I would love if they like had a hand on each of the cups. 3 of Cups. Very pretty, but you know, you're going to have to know your tarot. Like myself, I'm an intuitive reader. I read off images, but then there's those times like these where I have to put the two together. I have to put my intuition and, you know, basic meaning of the card, because you have 3 cups sitting here in these little wreaths with some little, you know, rings around it. So, but I don't mind it. It's such a gorgeous deck. Here's the Four of Cups. This cup has some like steam coming out of it, where the other ones don't. So I take it as this is the cup that's being offered. 5 of Cups. You have the 3 cups that are cracked and broken, and there's also a stream here. 6 of Cups. Again, it would have been nice to maybe have a hand holding the cups, because again, for this one, you just have, you know, 6 cups sitting there. So the 7 of Cups is nice because just like in the RWS, we have things inside the cup. You know, we have choices here. What are we going to choose? I like this one, the Eight of Cups. You got the mountaintop and the moon. Oh my goodness, I got that mixed up with the Eight of Wands back here, I think. I did. Hold on a second. I said walking away. So, yeah, with this one, I had that mixed up. This is the Eight of Wands, so this is news coming in quickly. So I just had to clarify that. Here's our Eight of Cups. My favorite card in the deck is the Eight of Cups. My favorite card is, in the tarot anyway, is Eight of Cups. One of my favorites. Here we have Nine of Cups, and it shows a lot of, you know, a lot of cups and stars, and whether this vine, no, it kind of looks like it's behind the cup, but plenty, you know, you have plenty of cups. 10 of Cups. You've got that rainbow. Page of Cups. It's interesting, right? We have a coffee pot, 2 cups brewing, and a flower in a vase. Knight. He's got his cup. He's ready to offer what's in that cup. Here's the Queen of Cups and the King. It's a very warm, cozy deck, but it's also a straight shooter. Here are the swords. They are this beautiful green. 2 of Swords. Here we have a candle, and then we have the 2 swords crossed, like, you know, we're just missing the person. 3 of Swords. The sword suit in this deck is quite pippish. I mean, obviously it's a pip deck, but in the sword you'll really see the pippishness, if that's even a word. Here's 4 of Swords, but the swords are lying like they would in the RWS. 5 of Swords. 6. The 7. The 8. The star here is kind of representing the confinement, the being trapped, right? And the 9 of Swords. Dark night, sleepless nights, cloudiness, dreams, kind of eerie and dark feeling. And I don't know if the camera, because my lighting is picking up the true color to these cards because they're so gorgeous. And here's the 10 of Swords. All these swords, but not the tips. It's the handles that are all in the center there. And the Page of Swords. I love this Page of Swords. You've got the letter there, news coming in that you are probably not going to like, or unsettling news for that one. And here's the Knight of Swords, ready to act. See, there's the hair again. The long, swooshy, wavy hair. Queen of Swords. And the King. And then we have the Pentacles, and they are so pretty. The Pentacles are so pretty. Here's our Ace. 2. Let's see, juggling, and then we get some scales, balancing. 3 of Pentacles. You kind of get the the window that's in the RWS here, in the Pentacles, kind of where the window's at. So, like I said, I call these illustrated pips. So, 4 of Pentacles. I would say you'd kind of have to know your cards for that one. Five of Pentacles, they are in the shape of the like church window, I guess many people call it, that's in the RWS. And then you've got these flowers that are kind of down, dying, or what I call them sleeping. So it's very readable, and I love this Six of Pentacles. I always, when I look at this card, it's like what goes around comes around. I help you, you help me, and so on and so forth. And there's my big American bully barking. He's in here with Mama today. Here is the Seven of Pentacles. I love this. I'm sorry, guys. I can't make him stop, but he may see someone out the window or something out the window. Here's the Eight of Pentacles. Obviously, you see a lot of hard work. We have the soil. We have it blooming, or we have the seeds starting to grow, and then we have blossoming. So it took a lot of work and time and effort to get that beautiful flower to blossom. Nine of Pentacles. Again, you've got some illustration here to help you, and it's just you can feel the vibes, you know, you can see and feel the vibes here. Then we have the Ten of Pentacles. They're beautiful. And the Page. And the Knight. And then we have the Knight. Sorry, I had to pause. The Queen. Now the Queen in this deck, or the Queen of Pentacles, she does look kind of sad. So I haven't, you know, quite figured out how I feel about this one. And the King of Pentacles. So let's, and I like that they're a nice chunky deck. I've been using these quite a bit for the last couple days. At first they were a little tiny bit clumpy, but not major, and I can get jumpers out of them. So overhand shuffle beautifully. Sideways shuffle, beautiful. Ripple shuffle. Just a little stiff, but nothing major. Let's pull a card, and then we'll look in the book, and then I'll lay a few down so you guys can get an idea of what they look like in a spread. Okay, so we got two of them. We'll take the Queen of Cups. Let's see what the guidebook says. Queen of Cups. Excuse me for my sniffles. I think I'm getting a little bit of a cold. All right, here we go. Intuition, compassion, empathy, holding space for others. You are in touch with the energies around you. Your strong connection to your intuition and psychic ability usher in the healing of your traumas. And then you get your themes and your symbols. Alter space, which is connection to spirit and guidance, healing. So yeah, I forgot to mention, like in the minors, you don't get as much as you get in the majors. But I think you get just enough. I was thinking maybe a little bit more could have been added, but it's all good. So I'll lay a few down so you guys can see what they look like laid out. They're so pretty. Had to pause again. The house is a little bit busy today. there's a little idea of what they look like laid out. And then I'll lay a couple more. Oh, see, right out of the, you know, she is finally surrendering to the constantly having to stand up for herself, feeling challenged. She's surrendered to that now, and she is now ready to move forward with the Chariot. So see, for me, they just read really, really nice. And one more little set here. Oh, that beautiful High Priestess. 7 of Swords. And the World. So I would have to say, you know that something is going on that shouldn't be. Obviously, with the High Priestess and her intuitiveness, something is going on that shouldn't be. And there's definitely going to be a stop put to it. And so on and so on. So yeah, I mean, I could have really got a lot more into it, but I'm just giving examples of, even though they're a pip deck, for me, they read beautifully. Page of Wands, 2 of Cups, and the Knight of Cups. So a whole lot of offers, opportunities being, you know, presented here. Between 2 people. And again, I could go deeper, but we're just giving examples. So thank you for spending this time with me for my review of the beautiful Lighted Window Tarot. Again, this copy is out of print right now, but you can find it. I believe there's still a copy on Etsy. But you can find it. But keep in mind that she is doing another printing. Thank you for watching. Take care and be blessed.